A robbery spree ends in a shootout with police on Jacksonville's west side. The Jacksonville Sheriff's Office tells us the suspect and the officer left that scene unharmed, but one man is in the hospital tonight and he has critical injuries. On your side's Haley Harrison breaks down the timeline.
The suspect's first stop was a cash-checking business on West Edgewood Avenue around 1:45 Monday afternoon. According to the Jacksonville Sheriff's Office, the suspect got away with a few things, but not cash. About 10 minutes later, a second robbery happened at the Monterey Hotel on New Kings Road. There, a witness told police the type of car the suspect was driving. Not long after, JSO says Officer J.A. Ledger spotted a vehicle that matched the witness's description and pulled it over in the 1000 block of Line Street. The officer gave loud verbal commands for the suspect to exit the vehicle. A male passenger inside the vehicle came out with his hands up, but the suspect opened fire at Officer Ledger.
He was shot at several times. His vehicle was struck approximately 5 to 6 times.
JSO Chief of Investigations T.K. Waters says Ledger returned fire until the suspect drove away.
The passenger was injured and transported to a local hospital in critical but stable condition. He's currently in surgery at a local hospital.
There was also a female passenger in the vehicle, Waters says. She and Officer Ledger were not injured. Meanwhile, officers later found the suspect unharmed, hiding in a dumpster in the 1300 block of Pickettville Road with a gun. Police arrested the suspect and charges are pending against him. Neither passengers are considered suspects, according to JSO. I'm Haley Harrison, First Coast News, on your side.